I live having to avoid many everyday chemicals, pollutants, and electromagnetic radiation, EMR, exposures. This is not a lifestyle choice for me, but a matter of survival. In order to avoid immune impairment, chronic fatigue, and complete loss of well-being, I was medically diagnosed with multiple chemical sensitivity in 2003. As a result, I was unable to live in a normal house. I spent the best part of 15 years homeless, as I could not find any housing option. I was therefore left to endure 15 years building a personally handcrafted, low toxic, healthy home. This was for the management of multiple chemical sensitivities. This is the only way to manage, treat, and potentially reverse multiple chemical sensitivities. This purpose-built home finally enabled me to live and gain well-being. I had never been able to tolerate mobile phone exposure, and in early 2013 I started to notice an increase in Wi-Fi systems on visits out to shops, services and population centres, but was hugely impacted in late 2013 with the rollout of the NBN fixed wireless microwave radiation towers, with emissions felt over considerable distance, with these microwave radiation towers being placed approximately every 4 to 5 kilometres. Suddenly, every trip out, I had to endure a highly disruptive exposure. Some of the symptoms would include a stuffy, hazy, headed feeling, a clamp-like pressure around my head, like someone tightening a clamp relative to the exposure that I'm under, disorientation, inability to concentrate, extreme lethargy, exhaustion, just feeling like the life was being drained out of me, a buzzing, stimulating sensation both on my head and through my body, which would come on to where I felt like my nervous system has a grinder on it, which further impacted my coordination and my mobility. And most significantly, as a very distinct symptom of the microwave radiation exposure, was the blanking effect, which I identified originally with the mobile phone, where my brain would just go blank, 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 like information into the void. But also, most disturbingly, these symptoms would take days to recover from. The buzzing, stimulating sensation. It was almost like it turned up and it wouldn't dissipate for days. It was like torture, basically. And also the headache, pain that I would suffer is not like a normal headache, but more like someone has like a head injury trauma, like someone has actually got my head and smashed it on cement. This is like a deep tissue, injurious, wounding pain. That's the only way I can describe it. And the combination of that and the buzzing, most significantly, would leave me with this effect that I can only describe as feeling like my brain has been pulverized in a blender, and I just go down for days. So So meanwhile, more and more places were being wiped off the map, with my home being one of the only places I could feel well and function. I have been found to be profoundly sensitive to microwave radiation. I was subsequently medically diagnosed with electromagnetic hypersensitivity in 2014. But all this time, I had an even bigger battle on my hands. I had the proposal of one of these fixed wireless microwave radiation towers being built next to my home, just 300 meters from my boundary. This is showing basically the pulsed microwave radiation that's coming off the tower. I spent 2.5 years consumed with a huge task of trying to get the tower relocated, negotiating to at least have it move to a safer site option for my health. But unfortunately, the tower was built and made active in 2015. This created an environment on my land completely unbearable and intolerable to me, where I would suffer an extreme loss of function. I was immediately forced from my home, only returning briefly for bare essentials like water and food. I would dread this painful ordeal as the clamp-like pressure pain to my head would crank up until such an intensity it feels like my brain is hemorrhaging. It takes my breath away and reduces me to tears. I have now been camping out for 2.5 years, forced into makeshift, deteriorating tent conditions. After 2.5 years trying to stop the tower, my life has now been up in the air for a total of 5 years. I have done everything to get help with my situation, and I am left not knowing where to turn. Just fighting for survival day by day, trying to keep positive and look for a way out, a solution. So just this space is, basically where I prepare everything, food, and basically live and try and shelter from the elements. It gets extremely hard in the winter, but then hard in the summer with the heat, as we're experiencing right now. And so this is all I have, and that's in there was where I sleep. Simple things like lighting are a struggle, water to wash. I have very limited water. It's very minimalist and really designed to be a temporary situation, and that's why I need to return to my healthy home to improve my conditions. But the good news is, after extensive searching, exhausting all other options, I have now found suitable, safe land shielded from the radiation, tucked within hills in a valley, out of wireless traffic, deemed and assessed suitable not to be impacted by future tower emissions increases, suitable for MCS and all my health needs. Okay, so this is where I'm looking at relocating my house to. So in here you can see all of the hills surrounding, with the nearest tower behind that hill, therefore covering everyone that needs coverage, and there being no requirement to put a tower into this valley situation. So that's what I mean when I say strategically placed. I am now in contract to purchase this land with settlement due in January 2018. However, I am at a shortfall of $100,000 for the land purchase to go ahead. This is what the funds I am campaigning to raise are for. This is why I am reaching out to you and the community. I just wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to all those people that have already donated. Every donation has made a difference to me, as have all the comments and all the help to get this campaign up and running. Your help is everything to me right now, and without it, I don't know where I would be. Please keep circulating my campaign. I need advocacy. I need a voice. Time is running out. This land is my home now. This land is my lifeline. The only way I know to survive.